Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily. It's Des here. Who's ready for some money motivation? Who's ready to attack a brand new week? Really looking forward to doing that myself. Been in pumped up mode already today. Been really busy, lots to do, lots to fit in. So I'm just getting out for a run. A little bit late posting, but I always say never miss a Monday. There's so much to look forward to. You might be able to hear from that bar behind me. There's lots of excitement and anticipation about the reducing the lockdown laws. I'll speak about that more and other things to look forward to. Once I've done my run, I'll check back in. See you soon. Another 5k done. That's my 7th day in a row. After mentioning last Tuesday that I wanted to get some consistency back, that's one full week. Really pleased with that. Really started to find a few shoots of confidence come through there. Towards the end I was just pushing on, felt a little bit stronger than I have done so far. Of course it's been really hot, but the reason I'm sort of pushing myself to get out every day at the moment is because I've not been feeling fantastic physically. Put on some weight, trying to lose that, and whilst the hot weather is brilliant for getting a sweat on and probably losing a few extra pounds, it's been really tough. But today, feeling particularly pleased to have done that, and really sort of pleased after a busy day as well. It'd be easy on days like today to kind of sack it off a little bit. Like I say, it's really hot, and lots going on. As we say around here, it's a little bit muggy, but I got out there and did it. And like I say, I like to never miss a Monday, so tick that one off, done. Get on with DOdaily and what I've got to say here, and then I can sit back and feel pleased with everything I've achieved today. And I mentioned before the run that I was that there's lots to look forward to. I can still hear in the distance, I've actually ran in a loop, the guys partying, and there's a real buzz about where I am at the moment. Of course I live in an area where there's it's quite vibrant, there's lots going on, there's lots of riverside bars and things like that, and it's fantastic to see. Of course everybody's referring today as Freedom Day. I'm not going to do that, I've mentioned it there, but it's not Freedom Day, is it? It's, if anything, it's sort of getting back to normal, And what I really want to say today is that there's lots of sort of mixed and divided opinion, lots of division on whether we should be coming out of lockdown or not, whether we should be taking these measures. But in my opinion, we have to. We absolutely have to see today as a positive. Whatever your thoughts are on whether we should or shouldn't, on the decision makers, the government, all those people who are pushing this through, we have to find some progress, and this is definitely progress. At some point during our life we're going to have to live with this, we're going to have to take things forward and do what we have to do, and this feels like the first steps in sort of getting back there. And like I say, whether you're going to wear a mask or not today, I've wore a mask. I don't want any sort of credit for that, I don't want any sort of, I'm not trying to be a hero. There's times when I haven't worn a mask, but when I've been indoors I've worn a mask, and it's about personal opinion now, isn't it? We can't criticise people for doing what the rules allow them. I've seen all the news sensationalising everything today. The local news here in Nottingham, there was outside a nightclub last night at 12:01 saying, look at these people. Of course that's going to plant the seed in some people's mind to say they shouldn't be doing that, but the reality is the rules are there to say they can do it. So let's not criticise, let's not worry about what other people are doing. If we worry about ourselves and protect ourselves and do what we have to do, it goes a long way to making sure that we deal with everything we need to. We've still got to be particularly cautious. I'm not being blasé when I say those things, but everybody has to be led by somebody, and when these decisions are made above our head, far out of our sort of remit, we have to go with it, we have to take it. We've lived within the rules and the guidance for the last 17 months. How can we complain now of people who are still living within the rules and the guidance? Of course there'll always be people that push it, there'll always be people that go too far, but they need to be dealt with appropriately as well, don't they? Let's not keep tarring everybody with the same brush. I've got some real frustrations at the moment, and I'm going to speak about those a little bit more on Tuesday training tomorrow, but real frustrations after last week's Euros and labelling people and discriminating against people, real sort of negative subjects, and I don't want to start the week by talking about those, so like I say, I'm going to sort of save that till tomorrow. But we definitely we can't keep sort of punishing everybody for individuals' mistakes. That's not fair, is it? Everybody deserves to be treated equally and fairly and with the respect that they deserve. Everybody in this world is equal, whatever anybody thinks. We're all human beings. We all deserve the absolute best from what we can get. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. But today is a real positive day where we can all, once again, do a lot more of what we really want to do. There's people out there sort of. I saw something today. People sort of complaining about lockdown today. Why? We're out of lockdown. Why complain now? I can understand the frustrations that have gone on. Not everybody believes in it, but the reality is we're making massive steps forward, and that's all we need to think about, isn't it? We can only do it step by step. The problem's been a lot bigger than anyone anticipated. And like I say, with the running, I've got to take it one day at a time, because that's why I'm doing it that way. But it's the same with COVID, isn't it? We've lived in hope of things happening, of certain things changing at certain times, and it's not quite materialised. To get anywhere in this world, you have to take small steps to ultimately make the biggest strides forward. And that's all I'm kind of encouraging, guys. Just deal with what you have to deal with today. Apologies if it's a bit dark. Just getting the lights out where I'm at. We just got to take it in small steps, move that little bit closer to what we need day in, day out. When we reach for the stars, when we reach too hard, we set ourselves back. I'm a classic example of that with the running. I was doing brilliantly well with my consistency until March. From the start of the year, from just before the end of last year even, all the way through to March 22nd, I picked up an injury, and of course I wanted to get back to where I was. Unfortunately that didn't happen for me. That was I kept getting set back, I kept pushing a little bit too hard and wanting to just be there, and being impatient, and I'm always talking about not being impatient, taking the small wins, and that's all we can do, isn't it? Today is definitely a small win. If it's not the answer to all our problems, it's definitely a small step forward, if not a big step forward, but see it as a small step, see it as the next stage, and then we go again tomorrow, and the next time things change, whether it's August, September or next year, all I'm saying, guys, is just go into the week thinking that it's a good move. Whatever anybody says, whatever your opinion is, like I said before, this has to be a positive step forward. We can't just keep saying let's put our life on hold. When you do that, we all kind of, it affects all our mental health. Just a little thing I saw, just on this news sort of issue again, one of the mental health charities complaining that we're coming out of lockdown too soon. Again, I think this is really unfair, on the first day of lockdown, how can they prove that? They were the first to complain. Don't get me wrong, I do a lot for mental health and mental health causes, but they were the first to complain when we was in lockdown and people couldn't go out and people couldn't do this. But on the first day, how can they judge it? you know, let's see how it works, let's see what happens, let's make the most of the changes and give it a real go. If they say that in a week or two, fair enough, I completely understand it, there might be some evidence of it, but right now we can't have it always, can we? Some people will always suffer. What we've got to do is try and get to the crux of the problem, try and understand, you know, try and get people talking, connect with people, ask them questions, ask them how they're feeling. Do you know, when we do that, we're going to get some real answers, and we're going to get a real some real perspective on how things are going. It's really important to do that, isn't it? And like I say, going into a new week, it's all about perspective, isn't it? Do you know, I touched on my run there. Do you know, at the beginning, I said I'd done 7 days in a row, and just before I finished, I realised that, and I thought, it's kind of a good thing, isn't it, really, to finish the 7th day on a day I always use as the first day to go again. Do you know? So every time I've sort of 5-6 days in, I'll be thinking, well, I've got to complete another week. But then I've started another week in a different sense, and it's just about finding those ways to take it forward, to push on and make a difference for ourselves individually, but also, you know, make a real difference collectively. You know, keep positive, guys, keep on top of it. You know, there's lots to look forward to through DOdaily, through Do Running, what I like to do sort of virtually and here in Nottingham. Tomorrow we've got the solidarity session, followed by the Wednesday workout, and then Thursday thoughts. If you've got any questions about this situation, anything I say throughout the week, or just anything about activity in general, please add them to the comments on any video. Do you know, on Thursday I get really out of my comfort zone, go live, do you know, trying to give my opinion and a bit of knowledge and experience about things I've picked up. On Friday I finish with a wake up to walk, reflect on how things have gone, look forward to the weekend, do you know, and check back in just to see where we are, just to offer that little bit perspective on how it's gone, do you know, understand if I could have done it better, if it's been bad, good, indifferent, you know, and how next time I can improve that still. And that's all DOdaily is about. You know, it's just about plenty of encouragement to tackle the situations in front of us head on, enjoy what we're doing, get involved in plenty of activity, you know, just my honest and relatable outlook on everyday life. Like I say, just to finish off with that positivity, I'm really enjoying that run. Feeling it now, I wasn't feeling it before, but feeling really sort of confident again and ready to take it to the next stage. And if I can do that on a Monday, you know, who knows where we can be this time next week. Until tomorrow, guys, tune in for that solidarity session. Got a little tale to tell. Really looking forward to sort of doing that one tomorrow. So until 8 p.m. tomorrow and the Tuesday training, get involved in that solidarity session if you can. Check out all the DOdaily social media. The links will be at the end of this video. You know, all the explanations of the groups and the activity will be there. Like I say, get involved,